But we came from there. Excellent. I don't think there's much to do here, but head further east.
By the Mother's wrath!
There's nothing particularly dangerous here we have to face. Just a lot of trash. They keep trying to dispel him, probably because it doesn't work. He has to keep repeating and repeating and repeating. No abjuration works on him. Nothing special. I don't recall that we had something we wanted to add to an item. We could add a damage bonus that only affects certain type of alignments. I think that's about the best we could do. I don't really have much of a grasp what the damage bonus in general we have at this stage. Damage bonus, extra damage type, piercing. Neutral. Damage bonus versus neutral plus 7. I don't see why I should put this in. Neutral sounds like a lot of enemies we encounter. 1d6 fire. Extra fire damage here and there. Not bad. Not great, but not bad.
Your time in this realm is
The fiends and celestials are certainly not neutral. Okay, half dragon fighters are neutral. Summon Rich Flood is neutral, but immune to fire. So there are a few things here and there. Demi-Lich is a neutral, also immune to fire. Sloths are probably all neutral, more or less. Not black slot. Mind players are only evil. Tieflings are probably evil too, no? Yes, they definitely are. Okay, nothing all that interesting. The question now is, do we want to move forward or do we want to get the plot giver? But what would I gain from that? I'm at level 34, so we have a couple levels before we are at the maximum anyway. Experience points are not good enough. Recipes are nice, but they're so random. You'd have to slaughter a huge army of enemies in order to have a reasonable chance to get anything. Half elves are neutral. White sloth are neutral. Ogre mages would be evil. At this stage at least, evil covers the vast majority of your enemies. Not all, but definitely the vast majority. Could be dungeon specific more than level specific. I would imagine, for example, that the insects are all pretty much neutral. I don't see why they would be anything else. Right, there's nothing here, so heading south. Heraldin. Someone is looking for me. Well, okay. There's a plot giver on this level. We might as well talk with him. No. Specifically had nothing of interest.
Hold this place. Let nothing uproot you. Here you meet your end!
If everything goes well, none of these will be disturbed by the fighting. have to secure this area no matter what. So I can't just run away from this fight unless I want to sacrifice the companions. Which I again don't know why I should have just sacrificed them. Nothing of interest. Oh crap, more armies. Need to get the clerics first. It'll take a long time to kill the okay, there's an entire army here. Right. Of course there is. Why wouldn't there be? We don't really lose health anymore. I mean, we're taking damage, but drain through vampiric regeneration and restoration through normal regeneration more than counters that. I think the fight starts beginning. We're going to pull away from here. Let's see who follows us. We'll kill those and leave the rest. No. Yes. Because we don't really need to kill everyone. But we do need to kill these. And we are going to attack their attention by doing so let's help. High Priestess. And she's nothing special. I think we need to move on. Let's run past them. My companions are relatively safe. There's nothing here. I'm heading west. We need to secure this area because we have to come out of here. If I come out of here to this, yeah, that's not here. I mean, some of them might be still alive, but not all of them. Taking a decent amount of damage too. There's maybe a few too many rogues here. Rather, were too many rogues. This is probably good enough. Still a respectable group of enemies left here, but nothing at the entrance. But it's secure enough to go in there and come out. Actually, I think we should probably just take care of these. There's not that many. Unlimited ammunition plus 3. Somewhat curious to see what these little areas have. I would imagine a quest objective. Saving throws versus universal plus 7. We'll use that secret door definitely, but let's loot this first. Our guys are in fairly good shape, so even if there's fighting, that's not too big of a deal. Helmet of Righteousness. And the boss. A demon. Yeah, I don't quite understand what's going on there. Lord of Darkness. Seems like imps and sacrifices. That's what it is.
Hold this place. Let nothing uproot you.
Yeah, Erinis, Red Slot. Not sure what's going on. Can I just kick his ass? No. That's the important part then. I need to kill the Erinis very likely. I use these. Might as well ignore the imps. I don't see why we should. 75 physical. Ah, that's the floor lever. So when you do need to risk these. Allies wanted to follow me for some reason, so not much I can do about that. Okay, with this we can hopefully start damaging the son of a bitch.
To the fight! Onward!
Currently starting to lose allies, which is not that big of a deal. Still, where's the big son of a bitch? Okay, do these spawn new enemies or what? I'm not quite sure what exactly am I supposed to do. Clearly what we are doing is not enough.
Here you meet your end!
Open and effective. So,
Here, follow me. For the mother's wrath!
this is the only way for me to harm it. Okay, it's much simpler than I thought.
Even the mad wizard Halaster shows respect for Harat, which gives me pause. Is it possible that a mortal can truly defeat a god? Even if darkness is not the largest portfolio for a god, it should indicate superior power to any mortal.
So you're a god.
Indeed I am. There is precedent, I suppose, for a mortal destroying a god. Perhaps it was a poor decision to make my home here rather than on a different plane like the other gods. But so many of my worshippers were from here. It seemed like a perfect location. Now, I will need to relocate, but there is something that blocks my move. Not an insurmountable hurdle, but still intimidating. For granting me my life, I already owe you a favor. But if you help me with this other problem, I will grant you the power of a god. Tempting?
What is your offer?
Let me start off with a little temptation for you. I give you this for free. Well, I suppose for simply not killing me immediately.
I'm not sure what I got.
That is merely a taste of what I can offer you. Now to the details of my task. When I became a god, I knew I was a minor power in a universe of vast potential. I decided that I should seek out powerful mortals to help me gain power.
How did you become a god?
So many mages in recent years have focused on the summoning and use of my demonic kind, that it was felt throughout the planes that there should be someone to oversee them. As a major force in the hills, I was a natural candidate. I did battle with one of the lords of the hills, who was considered my closest rival, and when I defeated him, I absorbed his power. I was then powerful enough to assume my portfolio and become a god. I chose to make this my home, and I thought it wise to make a compact with the Undermountain's creator.
I suppose you would have to deal with him somehow.
He wasn't always as obviously insane as he has become. Alistair drew up a contract providing me with worshippers in exchange for my participation in his adventurer slaughtering campaign. To be honest, few adventurers ever made it as far as my domain. None ever left. I suppose that had I been the one left to safeguard the abyssal census, our contract, I would have done my best to find a loophole and use it to exploit our compact. Sadly, I allowed Hallister to keep it and have regretted that decision every day since.
So you want me to find these abyssal sensors for you?
With it, I should be able to manipulate events and assist you in defeating my demented and deranged captor. I cannot fetch the consensus in myself, as that was part of the bargaining struck. But should you find it and gain control, you can give it to me. The census itself is worthless, yet for the power it holds over me, I find it priceless. Were you to return it to me, I would be indebted for eternity.
Okay. I'll find your abyssal sensors for you.
Then I shall give you this. It is a strip of my tongue. With it I can communicate with you and try to help you find the census. It is limited, but still a useful tool. There are still others of the inner circle who stand in your...
Yeah. We've heard this before. Good old tonguing. And it takes forever to even leave this place. Right. Still, not too bad. And we might want to choose to exert control over the dungeon at this point. I can guess what the rogue dungeon will be. I have enough open... I mean, doors don't stop me, and I have ways to disable traps, which mostly won't work on me anyway. But the main point would be that the number of enemies hopefully would decrease massively. My biggest thing though would be, I have no idea what a mage dungeon would look like. What's so magey about the dungeon? Maybe it's just the loot. Feels good to be able to save casually. We got the Gazorp's pit thingamajig. Might as well deliver that. And hopefully we don't have to wait for another age for this simply to load. Yeah, that was fairly painless. Where's the old man? Eyeball.
I can feel the taint of the darkness clinging to your body. I'm glad you found the orb, but just having it near me sends shivers through my eye stalks. Much I would imagine like being dropped in a vat of that intestines and blood would bother your kind.
You can have it.
The eye stalk I gave you will now function with powers similar to an actual beholder, firing rays of destruction around you. I think you will find it quite useful, but for now I must dispose of this. Oh, if you meet Hallister, kill him slowly and painfully.
No. Can we use this continually? Unique powers 1 per day, so no. Unleashes a wild barrage of eye beams, striking multiple enemies with varying damaging effects. No. Yeah. So... we have more strength. Ooh, chance to get more strength. Could I have more strength? We could take epic resistance. This is one of the final chances of taking it. On the other hand, we could take more strength. Ooh, can we take more strength? No, it's the second one is warrior feat, so no, we can't. So I'll take more hit points then. Extra attack, extra damage. I'm not sure. Did we even get extra damage? No. Yes, maybe. Strength 40. Well, that's a respectable amount of strength. Attack bonus 58, respectable amount of ass kicking. How about it, little Timmy? What do we do now?
You know that you can't solve everything with violence, but did you ever notice how many problems really do go away when you kill the source of the problem? You are getting closer to the source, I think. I just want to encourage you. When you defeated the demon, its followers stopped in here and yelled at me. But I won't hold that against you. You're just doing your job. Did you find anything wonderful to trade with me?
Why would the followers come to you?
Some of them think that I am a powerful god who made everything, including all the other gods. Well, only one of them thinks that, and he's a little crazy. Others think that I'm just too much fun not to talk to. I like those ones. The rest of them want to eat me, but they can't, or I make them not exist by blinking my eyes really fast, and then they explode. But I don't like doing that because it gives me a headache. Those ones just snarl, and they don't really say hello. That would be great.
What would I even be looking at for at this point? This is the final dungeon. Well, maybe not the final dungeon, but the final commander for Halaster. Customized dungeon. Mage type characters. Fighter types, increased number of creatures. Rogue types, more traps and secret areas. Mage types, mage specific items. No heavy armor or weapons. I'm thinking rogue. Because I don't really give a shit about a lot of it. But what I want to avoid is the increased amount of fighters. This will mean I can't get any useful loot. This will mean... well, actually I'm not looking for weapons. So it probably doesn't matter too much. Let's try it, see what it does. Will feature no heavy armor or weapons, but increased number of mage specific items. So I think rogue would be more or less the same. Default settings has all cleric. Maybe it'll have more puzzles. Masterius. Well, that's a great name, isn't it? I wonder if it's 6 times 6 dungeon size. That would be the final insult at this point. And we're definitely beelining toward the boss. Nothing else matters. Yeah, it's not exactly creating the dungeon all that fast, is it? Okay. Why are we zooming out? Rebuilding database. Yeah, this is extremely worrying now. I'm going to assume this is the final dungeon. I mean, there's probably some kind of create a portal, go fight your final fight type of thing after this, but no large dungeon anymore. This is taking way too long. Oh, is something happening? No, not yet. Too soon, apparently. I feel like at least 10% of this adventure is just waiting around for things to load. Not a good balance. Generating level. Activating area. This looks like a drow sanctum. How long does save last here? Still fast. Forsaken pharaohs, vampire warriors. How big is it? Doesn't fit here. Looks like it's 3 by 3 to me. I mean 6 by 6. No, that's definitely 5. Okay. But why did it take so long to last? Masterius is probably the now vampire, because it's his script. An undead creature anyway. And there's nothing here, so... Oh, there's a plot giver. Yeah, we are not gonna go hunt all plot givers. We're gonna go for the nearest exit and start with that. Right, east is the only place we can go. There's just an encampment here, nothing else.
I'll have your head.
Right, enemies, he who hungers. Enemies seem to be fairly evenly spread out here, for no particular purpose. So this is what a mage dungeon looks like. Huge iron golem. We're gonna need that blunt weapon protection at some point. They're critical hit immune. I want to see what Iron Golem attacks have. Plus 34, so they need close to 20 to kill me, or hit me. So they're not that tough. Go down fairly quickly too. Did it take extra fire damage? So light armor, potions, jewelry. I'm not seeing anything specifically mage-like about this, but whatever. glitches and it's just instead of copy pasting six-man groups, this is just someone shotgunning enemies all over the place. I'm not sure if this is all that much better, but at least there's a lot of room to maneuver, so that's positive.
Your dance shall be beautiful.
Also, we do need to find the next item, quest item, so we probably should be using this. Census is a level below this one. Hello, Frando. I'll just ignore plot givers. I don't see what positive could really come out of that.
Mother's wrath!
I would like to visit merchants though. Just in case we want to find new gear, better gear.
Your
300 XP per kill. Past the lower level. Excellent. So things might go well for us for once. I can't go here as long as there's fighting going on though. Huge success though. Census is on a level below this one. Level below. Excellent. Couldn't be better.
The good of all!
I'll find the encampment, see if there's a merchant there, and then head for a lower level. That door probably leads to the encampment. Probably. It's either there or in the top left-hand corner. Stairs down, so we need to come here anyway. maybe not need to clear the entire place up. So it's not gonna take long because
Here you meet your end!
Dispel magic, demolish, elemental shield. I always forget that this weapon actually does that. Legendary bear minion. Ogre hireling. How about new? What the fuck? Oh, wrong guy. I bought the bear.
To the fight! Onward!
Not that it matters too much, but still. Pointless screw up. +9 Warhammer. 600,000 for regeneration ring. +7. Not worth it. I guess after a certain point the price of an item just drastically increases. I mean a +6 probably wouldn't be close to being worth that. Either way. Job's done. Do we need to do other things? I don't think so. Saving should still be fairly quick, yes. I'm taking the fire resistance if I still have a chance to take a feed. Extra point of strength at this stage is not gonna make really a difference. But the fire can still occasionally cause me a little bit of grief. If I'd have to take multiple opponents down with fire shields, or the path back, I might be in serious trouble. Well, I do have the fire shield, but I have like 4 of them. Still, I think it, to some certain extent it is an imaginary problem at this stage. There is an encampment somewhere. They pretty much has to be there or there. Oh, the bear died. Didn't even notice that. Well, it was a bear. I'm not sure what I expected from it. Medusa hireling. I bet he's not gonna, or she's not gonna use her petrification gaze. Also, I don't think her chances of success are all that much better than they are against me. 744,000. What's so special about this? +9, so 15. Bluff +36. Which is nice if you could actually use those skills on something useful. Reflex saving throws plus 12. Right, I don't think it matters too much where we go. So we might as well head south. That way I wouldn't have to fight against anything. Probably. Tonguing. The visual census is on this level in an area to the west. Well, that sort of changes things. That's something we must have anyway, so might as well go for it first. Somewhere in this area, okay. Fair enough. There's also a puzzle and a plot giver. Nather. Hello, Nather. Trader named Jaspar on level 4. 15,000, sure. Why not? Don't have to take anyone with me. Just need to talk to Jaspar, which we don't care about.
The good of all!
That's the item. Okay, that solved itself fairly quickly. Now what? South. South it is. Yeah, this shouldn't be too difficult. Where are they pointing now? West. So... why put them so close when the pathfinding has huge difficulties in trying to reach these? It's hard to get out of here too. Where did we start? Here? Portal to a new area. What wonderful secrets can we find here? Is random loot? Ooh, a demi-lich. We dare to face him. Ooh, 312 gold pieces, potion of true seeing, and some bombs. Also a trap kit. Truly worth a secret place and a pile of protection. there is nothing here, so further south. Here's the plot giver. Why would I talk to the plot giver? Encampment is much more interesting. We have a... There is also not a merchant here, so... doesn't matter. Legendary boar. Nothing of interest. I suppose we can visit the encampment though. Still heading south.
Here you meet your end!
Ervin's mechanical jumpers. No. Refuse to take those anymore. East. Nothing of interest in the area.
By the mother's wrath!
Head toward the encampment. Or will I? No, I'll head north. Well, there is a merchant there. Although, what would I realistically... Well, I can buy a heal potion at least. Will saving throws orange light. Harat and Master, are you any good? Probably a mini boss of some sort. He has a plus 30 something to attacks. And he's not bad by any means. More or less wanted to gauge his combat level. Know what to expect. Does blunt damage though. That's a little bit of a problem. We'll head east. I don't think it matters, east or north, whichever comes our way first. He who hungers has a piercing weapon. Decent amount of damage, nothing spectacular. Dark vision. Emerald class bonus versus lawful neutral. Maybe a little bit too specific there. Trying to think, would these be interesting encounters with a mage? I mean, there's a little bit of variety. So they might be. But I'm not all that super convinced about that. So we're gonna head south. Fighting against other mages isn't exactly the most interesting thing ever. I'm not seeing anything I would be interested in. I don't recall getting especially good recipes recently either, so no point crafting anything. Right, we probably should go west, fill out these lot gaps there. In the previous level, those were the places where the end boss was waiting to. NATO. It shouldn't be the lowest level though, not yet. We are more or less just looking for a place to go further below. South. East. I don't particularly think this is any more exciting than going through a huge amount of enemies and just slaughtering them, but at least this isn't quite so time consuming. That's the benefit. Just kill it. Yeah, further east. A lot of spellcaster opponents. Vast majority of opponents have been some kind of wizard or lich. Basically the same thing.
Greeting.
Saving throws, fast regeneration, saving throws versus negative energy. North. Be fairly easy, we're at the north corner already. Lot giver. Nothing here, so we'll continue north. Another encampment. Shroud of Kings, 780,000. This was a good one if I recall correctly. Ability score penalty, Charisma -4, +5 armor class deflection, 100% immunity to cold, +2 constitution, dexterity, intelligence, strength, wisdom. Yeah, this is fine. Except we have a better cloak, so... Fine, but not really useful for us. Would get 2 points in strength and constitution. Those would be valuable things. Pathway to lower level, excellent. It's probably somewhere near the center. Usually is. I would say that pathway there. I guess we'll have to fight a little bit this time. Forgotten Warrior. Okay, 4th level. Any chance this is the bottom one? Well, if we're gonna keep searching until we find a boss or access to a lower level. What else we can do? How long does saving last at this stage? I've reached this fairly quickly, but it still is gonna take some time. Less than usual. Probably because I didn't explore all this many areas before reaching here. I'd say west. West sounds like a nice place to go to. Not doing puzzles. Hurt. Wizard of some sort. Yeah, we'll continue west. Medusa. Forgotten King. Never left. Mateen. And we're heading south. And we will continue to head south. Merchant is kicking ass. I might as well help. Why the hell did he go when I linked me this time? Have anything worthwhile? Not by the looks of it. Expensive ring of saving throws versus fire. It's really the number that determines the price there, not really any kind of usefulness. South. Just fill up the map as we go, without thinking about it too much. Casters are in many ways great opponents here, because the most thing they usually do is just sit there doing nothing, but casting defense buffs on themselves. So, easily bypassed. Puzzle, so we'll head south. Do you use the ability, please? nothing interesting, gotta go east. It isn't exactly all that interesting either. This better be the goddamn last boss. I guess I do need sort of a, even though I often say you aren't playing this shit for the plot, you need some kind of an excuse for a plot or a lot good interesting mechanics. You need something. You can't just shove up random fighting after random fighting after random fighting, random loot. I'm not that kind of a hamster wheel runner. I just can't do it for long. Even if the game is good, it just I guess I become very easily aware of how pointless it is. It doesn't. I mean, gaming in general, I guess, suppose is equally pointless. But as long as you don't feel it, you can get immersed to it, find some kind of joy and excitement in it. Then it's all good, no matter what type of game you play. But the hamster wheel doesn't do it for me. Does this even have a path north? No, this is just a dead end. There's some kind of plot giver here, and that's it. I mean, the hamster wheel on its own there's nothing bad about it. Huge long dead end. That sort of running and equipment becoming irrelevant after a time is okay with someone, then that's fine. Basically, more or less the balance doesn't change too much, but the numbers go up. I just can't do it. I don't think we had other options. Tunnel run. This very much feels like a hamster will run at this point. I have been promised an end though. Hopefully after this done. To be fair, it was okay as long as there was significant equipment constantly coming your way, and you have to think about what do you really want to put on, and you get new useful abilities for your character. That hasn't been the case for a long time. I seem to recall that something similar happened to me when I played Diablo 2 again. The game was at its best at the middle, when you had a decent amount of abilities, but you got useful items constantly and useful abilities. When it sort of gets to the point where, yeah, you have old abilities, but you can sort of just keep investing in the old abilities to keep them somehow relevant, then the game becomes stale very quickly. It sort of starts funneling you into a certain type of playstyle where you have to focus, because otherwise you're just doing a lot of variety of worthless things that don't really have much effect on any enemy. And no new abilities, just adding numbers to existing frames. And then it becomes stale very, very quickly. Giver of plots. Hopefully we don't have to go through the entire level before we find the boss. We've been very lucky so far with the access points. South.
home.
East. Wait a minute, how the hell are you supposed to go east? Puzzle. And we'll keep pushing east. So. A surprising amount of empty space there. But secret passages usually aren't the way to get to another area. Alright, still can go east. At least this wasn't a dead end. Dark. Not yet either. It has to have a path north, please. Yes, thank you. On the positive side, there's a lot of area to move in here, but the areas aren't that big. So it's about a minute per area, and loading times between areas aren't that bad. Is it a dead end? Thank God no. So, north, north, north. Legendary boar. I wonder if choosing a specific class dungeon affects the XP amounts you gain, because otherwise fighters get drastically more XP than the rest, because of the number of fighting. But if that gets altered because of the... so you would get more XP per enemy basically with the rest. I wish you would sell me a beholder. And we might as well take a look at here. We can always come easily back. An altar. It's a quest of some sort. Nothing to do with us though. This will go north. And nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 areas left. So this is gonna be the classic place, the last place you look. Still, we were very lucky at the earlier level, so don't want to complain. This has gone much better than pretty much any other dungeon before this, and because we chose each dungeon, no real fighting are necessary. They simply don't have the numbers to block me. What now? There's nothing here, so we will definitely head south. West. Still 2 areas left. And I can't... north is the only place I can go. There's no easy access to the areas we have to go, but I don't think it's a long trip either. West and south. Is it this one? No. 1 area left. South and east. Final boss or path to a lower level? Final boss. It's a lich. Big level spells. In a long time since I saved. And is it gonna take forever? It is. God damn it. Well, actually not that long. Anything special here? Let's go with elemental shield.
Here you meet your end!
Yeah, he's an easy kill. That's just goddamn pathetic.
How rare it is to have How rare it is to have someone challenge the authority of Masterius, let alone defeat him. I feel like I should rage and trash about, foaming at the mouth, screaming about how fate could dare allow you to win. Just too damn tired to care.
I feel an immediate connection to this guy. How can you be tired? You're a lich, aren't you?
I am Masterius, once king of a much smaller waterdeep, now a lich, trapped beneath the city for more centuries than I care to count. It is not a fatigue of the body so much as weariness of the mind. I do not mean to brood. I know that liches have that tendency, but I could never tolerate it in life. Why should I in death? I think that if I had my soul, I would be less despondent. I just want to get away from here, start a new afterlife.
So you've lost your soul.
Perhaps some background would be useful here. As I told you, I was once the king of Waterdeep. It was long ago and the city was nothing near as grand as what it has become. But still, I was a king. Now, in many tales of kings, you hear about a power behind the throne, someone who manipulates the king and country. Sadly, my tale is no different. I was ruled by a powerful young magician whose goals seemed to parallel mine.
Halaster?
Halaster. We were good friends, or so I thought, and I listened to his advice happily. He always seemed so wise. But as I grew old, I noticed that he was aging much slower than I. I would prod him about it, but he would just wave it off. Finally, I begged him to save me from death. I was old and frail, spending most of my days in bed, covered with sores and racked with pain. Alistair took pity on me. He offered me life after death and warned me that it would cost me 3 things. He said it would cost me my skin, my flesh, and my soul. Though the concept repulsed me, it had the one thing I thought I wanted: life everlasting, and not the kind they preach about, serving the gods in the hereafter.
Obviously you made the exchange.
Yes, I thought the transformation would be difficult, but going from that state to this was almost bliss. What I didn't expect was that Halaster kept my soul. He claimed it was just to make sure that as a lich I didn't try anything imprudent. In reality, it was his control over me. He has used it to keep me from rebelling against him and to keep me from ever leaving Undermountain. Which brings me to you.
What is it that you offer?
I want my soul back. I'm tired of being Halaster's puppet, and as his madness increases in scale, the strings chafe more than ever. If you retrieve my soul from the shadows where Halaster has hidden it, I will reward you handsomely.
Yep. I will try to recover your soul.
I hope you would choose this path. This is a small fragment of bone from my body. It will allow you to speak to me and to help you find my soul. Once you have found it, return to me and I will give you mighty, mystical powers. You have defeated the might of the inner circle of Halaster. Soon you shall face the mad wizard himself, and you will need all the help you can get. Mage is nearly immortal, possibly stronger than any of the gods. May the strength of ages be with you. Use the portal to begin.
So it's probably a finger bone type of an item we got. We have a bone somewhere. The bones? Probably. Mysterious bone. I would imagine it looks like a skeleton knuckle. Has to be before... yeah, no, it is a shark tooth for some reason. Lich King's soul lies in Halaster's domain. And that's a wrap. We might as well return the item we got from for the demon contract.
There comes a moment in each person's life when a single decision can alter the course of history. What if Zaz Tam had been satisfied with the fullness of his life and chosen not to become a lich? What if Elminster had opted to become a farmer, not a mage? What if Baal had made room within his heart for a moment of compassion? What if, after 1,000 years, Halaster had finally tired of Undermountain and sought to see the world? What if? 'Tis just a child's game, isn't it? Life, choices. What if?
Is little Timmy a what if then? Halaster's what if? These don't load forever. The Beholder caves loaded fairly quickly. Well, relatively quickly. Why couldn't the guide just be here or something? Why? Well, there's probably a system why they have to be like this. It's easier, very likely. Avoid certain type of troubles. Okay, where's the loser? I think he started from here.
I can feel it as it draws near to me. You have not opened it? No, I can tell you have not. Very well, it is a deal then. I shall treat you fairly, though every part of me wishes to turn on you. I have more need to destroy Halaster than to harm you.
Take it, it's useless to me.
Continue to use my tongue, for I can grant you powers while you hold. Speak with my tongue, and the fires of the hell shall burst upon that enemy, killing them instantly, except the most powerful foes. But now it is time for me to take my leave from this place and usher in a new era of darkness on some other unsuspecting populace. Let terror reign.
I'm I'm not sure how much options do we really have about setting these guys free or not. I mean, technically our option would be also to basically not just keep pushing deeper and deeper. But if you do that, there's not much game anymore. $59 attack bonus. Unloading this shouldn't take too long, there's no other reason to come back. I think I'll wrap it here. I don't even want to talk to little Timmy. I'm sure he has something somewhat irrelevant and interesting to say. But hopefully facing Halaster is not a gigantic dungeon of facing him, just entering some kind of a final confrontation that's at least a little bit more contained. I don't see a point in forcing you to go to another gauntlet just to do this. Doesn't mean the game isn't gonna do it. Well, it has to be, because we have to find this missing item for the Masterius. Which brings up another point. How are we going to return here? I mean, once we have the soul. Do I just walk back multiple levels? One use per day, but instantly killing any but the most powerful creature. Okay, so it literally doesn't tell us what the hell it's gonna do.